Samsounds on your sound system, a Caribbean thing now. Yo, what going on? You're locked on to Tune In TV. Okay, so my name is Samuel Thompson. I'm an artist, I'm a songwriter, I'm a performer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a fitness trainer, I'm a husband, a family man, and that's it really. But I would say yes. Right now it's a work in progress as the journey continues. Maybe we could add some more description, but when you hear when I say enlighten, empower, along with the entertainment is a big part, but I want to emphasize on the word sound power and the importance of that, and what you listen to and hear is very influential and it holds a lot of weight regardless of what some people might say. So when crafting my lyrics and my sounds, I want it to impact people positively, because everything you listen to or put into your system, whether watching, putting into your body, in some way is going to impact you either negatively or positively. So for my part, I find it very important that I impact people positively. Well, I would say it's a spiritual war out there, and we want to be on the righteous winning side. So anything that feel like if it's pulling you down, we're trying to get away from. So I find it very important to have something that you can hold on to in this hectic society that we live in. Yeah, definitely. So I would start off with what we would say brought up. See, so coming up, I was brought up as a Jehovah's Witness, and I would say some of the advantages I had from that disposition was I was taught the importance of joy, peace, faithfulness, goodness, self-control, the fruitage of the spirit, and like the golden rule: do unto others as you will have them do unto you. What you give is what you get. So how to treat people and those things rather than material things was put at the forefront of importance in my life. So that's how I was taught. So the way I look at life is very much based on that, even more so than career and making money and trying to build this status. The spiritual side was always way more important to me, and I'm real grateful for that foundation. But then coming up now, in this world we live in, I would say the majority of people don't see it that way. So I was always different, but not in a way where it was standoffish, because I was intermingling with these people all my life, all my childhood. But coming up, you would see people go down certain roads, and these are things that I would have been warned against, and I seen them play out live. Imagine we used to run knapsack together and play football and thing, and now I see him, this one get killed, this one murdering, this one gone prison, and it was very troubling for me, So it really inspired me to put certain things in place where I could be a difference, and also encourage my brothers and sisters to get away from that, again, hectic, stressful lifestyle. So for me, seeing those things coming up, it really even steered me on the path to be different even more. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. So all these elements, again, I think what will make my music stand out differently is that rather than just trying to make songs for the charts or what might be trending, I make a special effort to make sure that my content suits me and it is part of how I live. So So I would include, you will hear me talk about different spiritual elements in my lyrics, or fitness and wellness and self-development and dreaming big and having ambition. And these are all things that mean a lot to me and resonate with me. So I definitely include that in my music. So coming up, I would say there's a lot of reggae influence. And again, reggae would always have these positive messages of peace, love, and justice. And that would influence me heavily. And don't get me wrong, I was still a big dancehall fan too. Because lyricism and just when a song hitting hard, it hitting hard, you know what I mean? But then, like locally, I was exposed to a lot of Bajan talent from up close, whether it be from my sister to some of her friends and peers. Asman was a big influence on me, and again, the content was always uplifting and hard and lyrical, you know what I mean? And something you got to think about and you could take something away. And other than that, all the goldies too, because from my parents, and then mingling with uncles and aunts and that kind of thing. All the goldies, let me see. For me, all the goldies will go back as far as like some Sam Cooks, some Otis Redding, some Curtis Mayfield, and then more like for the Bajan community, you know we love the Westerns. So you got that Charlie Pride and Johnny Cash and them kind of tunes, you know what I mean? So I would listen to all of that, and then along with the older reggae with the Beres Hammond and John Holt, Ernie Smith, all of that music, man. And then Calypso, you had Mighty Sparrow, we had Mighty Gabby. Some Red Plastic Bag was out there serious too, and like Black Stallion and all of them old Calypsonians and things, and they will also address serious topics too at times and bring across the messages that meant a lot more than just entertainment. So yeah, I had a wide array of like musical foundation where I could take different elements from all kind of areas and then try to craft my own style. Well, to a simple extent where you see how the world is heading, sometimes the positive content or the one with the meaningful messages, it don't get as much publicity as the more shallow type of art where it's just kind of, I see it like fast food, and like then you got your strong ground provisions and what's not that can give you longer lasting results. So sometimes it could be frustrating. You see artists talk about the fight that they had to get their music out there and get their art out there, and I experiencing that now. Where you realize it don't come just like that. Just because you work so hard and put all this effort into it, don't mean it can just take off. It's a journey again, and you gotta stick with it. You can have your ups and downs, all adding to the story. And but what I would take away from them is that you don't give up, you know, and you try to keep a certain level of integrity. You don't switch just to get out there. But the point is not really just to get out there, but it's to spread the right message out there and reach the people. Big up the family right through for sure. This one here is a little controversial one because this might start a little war, but for sure my sister was a big influence in terms of introducing me and letting me see what it was all about, you know. But in terms of me expressing myself, it did take me a little while. I was kind of reserved and shy with my art for a while, and I know for sure she and many others anytime I do something, you know they're gonna help and support it for sure. But when I was expressing myself, it was my Uncle Doug, our bigger Uncle Doug, you know. And he was a person, you know, you got that one person that you could just sit down with and be your complete, genuine self, and you ain't gonna have no reservations. You just could flow. So whereas I would be shy, even with my same sister and some other people, to let them see what I had. Anytime I sit down with Uncle Doug, we would just vibe, and I would let him hear tunes for years. He was the only boy that really knew a lot of my songs, and me and he would be vibing, and he was definitely my first big supporter. And then as I got more confident, then I branched off into more family members, and they started to come in piece by piece, and the love and support is definitely there. Yeah, 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 for sure. But again, like I feel the importance of them kind of people in your life is a serious thing. When you could just open up to a person and express yourself freely. Right now, I got a lot of pretending going on, a lot of people being uncomfortable in situations and not being able to express it, and it's harming them, and it just being prolonged. But when you could get that outlet, you just feel like relief, you know? Boy, both of them are performances. You know what I mean? So both of them gonna carry a certain amount of nervousness coming along with it. But for the DJing part, I still feel like if it was a bit easier for me, because even though it's you're still kind of behind the scenes. So like you pressing buttons and the music going out there, and maybe you don't really need as much. Cause I never really used to do any talking on your mic or anything, so you're just playing and you're mixing. You don't need as much stage presence, and but you still got to interact with the crowd and what's not. But for me, performing my own songs now too, and working the stage, and sometimes you gotta speak in between, and to me that's a lot more difficult for me. Cause again, being a shy person from the start, really, that's me really going outside my box, and especially if it's a decent crowd of people too that you may not know, to try to connect with them is come as a challenge. But I would say the DJing is a little easier, especially if I could if I don't have to talk and all, I could just play my music. I could choose which songs I feel would interact with them better, and then that would be the voice for me. But with the performing, I the voice for everything. Everything that come out my mouth can make an impact, you know. So the DJing is a little easier for me. That's a good one. Well, first thing comes to my head is Rihanna. You know what I mean? That's like the queen of music globally, and then for sure Barbados. She represents so well for us. So as an artist coming out, a lot of people would think that that's the pinnacle of success. But it's a good thing that she set the standards so high, therefore the quality control should be a lot higher. But it is not easy to reach that level just like that. But definitely I think she made a big impact for the culture, and putting Barbados on the map musically, you know. For me, I contemplate over in my head if I would ever like really aspire to want that level of superstardom, but it's something that you battle with in your head, because that's not easy to maintain that lifestyle. I still a pretty simple guy, you know. So it is a good standard though to understand that somebody from the same place could reach that level. So don't hold back. I could achieve great things, you know. Yeah. Can't go to beach.
Yeah.
You can't go to beach. Even I watched a little thing with Mbappe, the footballer.
Yeah.
He's saying he missed when he could just go to the shop like normal. Everything got to be so organized and planned, and as you're saying, paparazzi everywhere. So I would really miss that. I don't think I want to get to that stage where I can't go to the beach. You know what I mean? So that's a little reservation that I will have with being that level of famous. And fame itself could be fame is like a drug. So you gotta be careful when you're tampering with that, and you could get hooked. And what I like to do too is watch a lot of biographies and so on, and check the history of people that have been through certain things. So I could, you can't move perfect, but it would give me some insight and some wisdom when I'm making my decisions, where you could see, all right, this person did that and that happened. So consider that as I make my moves. But I am very wary of that drug called fame. Yeah. Again, inspiring people is happiness, you know, and we all we all long for happiness and that joy. So I could depend on that. So I know when I put out some good content and I get that feedback from my people, that it will uplift them and it can uplift me in turn. Like the happiness, what is he saying? Happiness is in giving, not receiving. So this is my opportunity, this is my gift, and I feel like my purpose to give people my songs, my energy, my my experiences, and sharing with them. So when I put those stuff out there and then it come back to me in that positive way, that's all the drive I need. Mhm. All right, number one, genuine, for sure. Motivational. Um, calm, lyrical, and let's say enlightening. Coming up, I have a song called Paradigm Shift. We're working on it. The song is actually finished. We're gonna start teasing it a little bit just now, but we're working on the cover art for it, and it's gonna be a very impactful, deep song that I really would like everybody to tap into. So that's coming out pretty soon. You can look out for that, and you could come and join me every Friday in Paynes Bay, St. James. We do something called Island Vibe Fridays, where there's Bajan food, Bajan music, art, good conversation, good vibes. It's just nice and laid back, casual, and I will be performing. So you can come, and I also do a lot of say freestyles and tease new music and that kind of thing. So you can stay abreast by just coming to those Fridays and chill out. Yeah. Yeah, Fridays we usually kick it off around 5 p.m. We usually run to about 9 or 10 p.m. somewhere like that. Dream big, of course, but also you must have a plan. So you got to educate yourself, read, study, talk to people, take the wisdom from the older generation, the positive stuff, and then implement it in a way where you could find a way to serve others and live passionately. And your thoughts have a lot of power, so keep your thoughts as clean as possible. I got some lyrics that go, keep your mind like a garden, all weeds must get discarded. You could have thoughts of freedom, or you could become your own warden. So stay positive and go for what you want. Respect. Yeah, big up tuning TV all the time. Yeah, man.